All this work that we're doing, brothers, for this ministry, eventually is going to pay off. You better believe it, man. It's going to pay off like you'll never believe. Okay? And by the way, we're the highest value male on this planet. The men of the Lord, the men of this truth, the hopeful elect of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, the highest value male there is.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shah, Bahashim Akakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples towards younger brothers. And peace and blessings, salutations to the hopeful elect out there pushing this word in truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful elect, the believers, the listeners who have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah. And what I want to get into today, all right, is just dealing with, these guys and Sakari and what we're seeing. The beloved elder brother, not the Zafbaya, did a response, to the madness. But what we're seeing, is Cointelpro at work. All right. And as we go into geopolitics, that's one of the things I like to get into. And you study how this devil operates. It's easy to recognize, when this devil, has his hands in something. Okay. And there's no way, that this title, all right, and the imagery, okay, is not, all right, being used, okay, to demonize, okay, the truth, to put an image on the ministry as if we're some type of threat, okay, like we're some type of domestic threat, to the U.S. population. This ain't no accident. This ain't, like it's bigger than clickbait what these guys are doing. And it's becoming obvious. It gets to the point to where, hey, we just calling these things out, man. I'll be damn surprised, okay, if this is not Cointelpro. Okay, now when we say Cointelpro, all right, what is it? Let's just get it real quick. It says the name Cointelpro simply stands for Counterintelligence Program and was conducted by the U.S. Federal Bureau of Investigation, which is the FBI, from 1956 to 1971. The program was a covert operation to derail organizations that were deemed to be radical and could potentially pose a threat to the U.S. government. Okay? And this was one of the ways that they infiltrated, the Black Panthers. All right, you had the American Indian movement. Pretty much Jake was being roused up. Okay, Jake was organizing. All right, and even Jake was on some, he had sincere Jakes that was a part of these movements that was all about, keeping the family together, keeping community together. Now they was off on certain things, and they had their flaws. All right, but overall, Jake was rousing up, and Esau, all right, he used these counterintelligent operations, all right, to put plants, okay, within certain organizations to do particular things to get that organization blamed and demonized, which would justify Esau being able to roll on these particular organizations, man. All right, to kill particular leaders. You read how they did Fred Hampton. With the Judas and the Black Messiah. It's a good movie to watch if you haven't seen it, to show how that Cointelpro works. Okay? And what you have to understand, you have plants, in all camps, in all groups, man. Okay, but then you have leadership in some groups who are cooperating, all right, with these agencies, man. Okay, there's no doubt about it. Okay, and this latest thing, all right, this is no coincidence, man. Okay, this is bigger than clickbait, man. This is Cointelpro operations. All right, now I'm gonna let a little bit of this play, all right, because it's one thing to have it in your title, but then the imagery, and then the way that they're saying it, the way that they're speaking, You know, these devils use certain trigger words. When you're using propaganda, you use certain trigger words to sway the masses, okay, in your favor. Okay? These devils, you know, they're masters at psyops and manipulating emotions, man. Okay? So let's let the brother speak on it, you know, then we're gonna go to something else and then we get a precept. You know, I'll make this super long just getting to the point.
Oh boy. Here we go with another video. And basically we're gonna deal with the stupidity of you know, certain Israelites. All praise to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, and double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And this video will be entitled Clickbait That Gets the Ministry Blamed. Now, you know, when I saw this thumbnail, I immediately all the brothers said it. These guys must be sold out. They must have sold out. Why else would you know, you gotta be pretty stupid to not even damn care about what you know, with your titles. You know, you don't give a damn about the ministry at all. This is from Deacon Destruction Mode. Deacon from Sakari. Alright, I think Deacon Hakah. He had a video going on, a live stream going on earlier. It was entitled Black Hebrew Israelites Will Receive Weapons of Mass Destruction. Now, we know through the spirit that the Israelites getting spiritual power, that's from the Lord, right? We understand that. But when you say weapons of mass destruction, that's weapons of this world. The Most High never said nothing about we're going to get weapons of mass destruction. Matter of fact.
So, let's see, go back a little bit. So when you look at, all right, the picture. When you look at the picture.
Oh boy.
When you look at the picture and you see, you know, the title, okay, but then you see Jake, you know, holding actual weapons. Like Jake got got a 50 cal gun, you know. You see, he has these corner weapons, and then it says Black Hebrew Israelites will receive weapons of mass destruction, and they left it open. Okay, receive these weapons from who? Okay, why didn't he say we will receive? You know, if they, okay, let's say they wanted to use this as a title, why didn't they say we will receive weapons of mass destructions from the Most High? You know, they just left it open, and Esau can play that and spin it any way he wants. Black Hebrew Israelites will receive weapons of mass destruction. So Western media can have a field day with that. Okay, in the end of the day, Esau gonna roll. We know he's gonna roll. We want to be blameless. Okay, he's gonna lie regardless. Okay, but we don't want to give him, you know, the fuel and the tools. Okay, all right, that he wants. You see, to justify him rolling. But it's gonna happen anyway, and everybody playing their part. We're just calling these things out, man. Okay, because you're following men, okay, that are leading you to a slaughterhouse, man. Because a lot of the people that follow Sakari, the spirit, okay, the script, we always scripture speak about how. Let's get there real quick. You know, we always talk about it, speaking with Esau, but this goes for any level of leadership. Okay, Sirach 10:2 says, as a judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. And what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. Okay, so the Sakari leadership, they pushes this worldly vibration, you know, the street nigga vibration, and you know, they still infatuated with street culture. Okay, they push, you know, rebellion, you know, against, you know, the apostles and elders. Okay, they push confusion with the doctrine. So if you're over there under those men leadership, okay, you're being set up for failure. Okay, because you have that rebellious, okay, street culture with fringes on. You have that mentality, man. Okay, you're a wit, because Jake all about being popular, being cool. Okay, so Jake is with, the guns at camp and the sticks, and and you're coming in that energy. The Lord not gonna protect that, man. Okay, because you're out of order. Okay, the Lord doesn't protect something, all right, that's out of order. Okay, let's go here, because that's wicked what these men are doing. All right, let's go to Psalm. You see, these men are leading, and as Eliasha Wamba always goes into, man, the Sakari legacy is terrible. Okay, why would you want to follow, all right, the revamped legacy of Sakari, which that legacy is terrible. They got Jake slaughtered. Sakari played a big part, not only slaughtering Jake themselves, okay, the Daggermen, okay, not only murdering Israelite themselves, but they played a big part in getting a lot of men, women, and children slaughtered by the Roman military, man. Okay, and we see that they coming back around, all right, with the same agenda. Psalms 1:25-3 says, "For the rod of the wicked shall not rest upon the lot of the righteous, lest the righteous put forth their hands unto iniquity." Okay, and these men, they're pushing you to iniquity, man. Okay, like I say, they push rebellion against order. All right, they grift you with all these gimmicks, pimping you out of money. You see, they're confusing you with doctrine. All right, I told you that the word of God, the Bible is not the word of God, but the word of God is in the Bible. Okay, so they're pushing unbelief. Okay, and you over there in that spirit, you're gonna be through. You're gonna be unprotected, man. And not only are they putting you in the spirit of not being protected, they're leading you to a slaughter with this, man. Okay? Now, this term, weapons of mass destructions, like I say, when you go into geopolitical history, all right, let's see. When you go into these devils, now, as soon as the brother, mentioned the title, weapons of mass destructions, I immediately thought of this. Okay? And these devils use certain terminology. Okay? Why would you use that terminology, man? All right? Unless you're being, all right, instructed. Okay? So let's get this real quick. Now, this is...
Do you know the hormone trick that makes the tool grow? Being small has nothing to do with genetics, puberty problems, or anything you've heard before.
That's all American woman think about, goddamn. But anyway, we have to remember, all right, 2001, all right, before the invasion of Iraq, one of the terminology that they used to justify that invasion, okay, was under the pretense and the accusations that Saddam Hussein possessed, all right, weapons of mass destruction. Okay, and George Bush, he was pretty much the forerunner of echoing, that those allegations, all right, against Saddam, okay, that justify, that pretty much persuade, the American people that this invasion is there's no choice but to invade, and they was with it. Okay, well, let's just hear this real quick, man.
I take the threat very seriously. I take the fact that he develops weapons of mass destruction very seriously. I remember the fact that he has invaded 2 countries before. I know for a fact that he's poisoned his own people. He doesn't believe in the worth of each individual. He doesn't believe in public dissent. I look forward to a dialogue. But there'll be a consequence. We must anticipate problems before that comes. I will remind them that history has called us into action, that we love freedom, that we'll be deliberate, patient, and strong in the values that we adhere to. But we can't let the world's worst leaders blackmail, threaten, hold freedom-loving nations hostage with the world's worst weapons.
And, you know, that was something that was echoed in the news, okay, after, you know, this speech. You know, all you heard in Western media was, you know, this being echoed, okay, to it was common knowledge, okay, a 5-year-old, all right, in America at this time, you know, had the understanding of weapons of mass destruction. You know, we must invade, you know, weapons of mass destruction. Okay, and for these men to use this in their title, the way that they used it, okay, we will receive weapons of mass destruction, and to leave it vague like that, you know, leave it open for interpretation, then it's like, okay, we see the play. Okay, and a lot of you Israelites, your feelings gonna be hurt when you find out your favorite group, okay, is playing a major part, all right, in helping this devil, all right, and his wicked agenda. But he's gonna fail, you know. At the end of the day, he's gonna fail. But I just want to get this real quick. This is Isaiah, all right, 21. I read this in the NLT, and we'll read down. This is Isaiah 21:1. It says, "See how Jerusalem, once so faithful, has become a prostitute, once the home of justice and righteousness, and she is now filled with murderers." And see, you have a term in the world, you know, that they can say, well, you know, this person is in bed with this person, which means they're in some type of agreement, you know, they're in cahoots somehow. All right, and as you can see, you know, the Lord was always getting at the leadership of Jake, you know, because we had a history, all right, of poor leadership. We have a history of our people, you know, selling out, okay, and bad leadership leads to death of masses, okay. Terrible leadership has the possibility of leading to death, man. So as a leader, hey, you can be a mass murderer with your leadership, man. Okay? But there was a time when we had faithful leaders. Okay, you look at, you know, Moses, all right, Joshua, you know, those are examples of faithful leaders, you know, King David. Okay? They was faithful under the order of Yahweh B'Shem Al Shai, all right, leading Israel in righteousness, man. Okay, and there's others, okay, but just giving some examples. All right, verse 22 says, "Once like pure silver," and see, the leadership of righteous men always had our people in the best position. You know, that's why, you know, the time of King David and King Solomon was like a golden age. Okay, the time of Joshua, you know, we was pretty much was a conquering empire, you know, under Joshua's leadership. Okay, we was led out of captivity under the leadership of Moses. You know, good leadership always put us in the best position. You know, good leadership under Yahweh B'Shem Al Shai. Okay, but then when you have these rebels, as it's going to go into, it said, "Once like pure silver, you have become like worthless slag." Yeah, because good leadership, you know, is a precious thing. You know, good leadership is a precious thing. You know, like a precious stone. You know, a precious, you know, metal. You know, it's a thing of value. Okay, and it says, once so pure, you are now like watered down wine, man. And they have that watered down doctrine, okay, that watered down mindset, justify wearing the hats. It just watered down. They go into all these debates and bring all these precepts, but they're giving you a watered down, okay, version of what the Lord expects from his people, man. Okay? And this the point. Verse 23, your leaders are rebels, the companions of thieves. Okay, and what we're seeing amongst these camps is rebellion. If you're teaching false doctrine, you're in the open rebellion. You're calling on false names, you're in the open rebellion, and you're teaching rebellion. Okay, and it says the companions of thieves. And who are the thieves? Esau, Edom. Okay, Jake is in alliance with with Esau, man. Jake is being instructed by Esau. Okay, this is Cointelpro behavior, man. All right, it says your leaders are rebels, the companion of thieves. All of them love bribes and demand payoffs, but they refuse to defend the cause of the orphans or fight for the right of widows. And the orphans and widows, that would be the most vulnerable people, of society. And the Israel, is likened into orphans and widows. Like a woman, with no husband, all right, or a child that doesn't have a father. They don't have their hedge and their covering. They don't have their breadwinner. Okay, so it will make them vulnerable, and they will have to depend on the mercy, of society taking care of them, man. Okay, and under good leadership, the widows and orphans, will be taken care of, man. They will be established. It will be systems to make sure that they was, okay, still had, their essential needs, man. Okay, but under bad leadership, the widows and orphans will go neglected. Okay, and these men are neglecting you of true, all right, spiritual essentials with this word and with and spiritual leadership. Okay, and they're pretty much offering you up to these devils, man. Okay, it's gonna play out, man. Everything gonna come out in the open. It's gonna play out, man. But this is just my take on it in the spirit. As I'm looking at these things, man, I'm like, okay, these guys, they really, they really doing this, man. But it's written, okay, it's written, man. This is the legacy of Sakari. Okay, they're fulfilling the legacy of Sakari, terrible leadership, man. Okay, so Lord will, this was edifying. Till next time I say shalom.